what you're telling us. I don't know, folks. This is going to get deep. I saw a viral video of a woman who is a Bernie Sanders supporter, and she was absolutely beside herself, damn near inconsolable. She was so unhappy. And what made her unhappy? Well, it was this. Check this out.
Secretary Clinton has won the Democratic nominating process.
Really? She did?
And I congratulate her for that. She will be the Democratic nominee for president. And I intend to do everything I can to make certain she will be the next president of the United States.
And hopefully she can throw me some table scraps along the way. That's Bernie Sanders, everyone.
I have come here today not to talk about the past, but to focus on the future. That future will be shaped more by what happens on November 8th in voting booths across our nation than by any other event in the world. I have come here to make it as clear as possible as to why I am endorsing Hillary Clinton.
We kind of knew this moment was going to happen, didn't we? Yo, Brent, where you at, Brent? Where's my Bernie Sanders? Bernie or bust people?
And why?
From MSNBC, thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with it.
As you can tell, that clip is from MSNBC. Shout out to my friends over there. So there it is. Did you think this day would actually happen? I always kind of did. I mean, Clinton is the establishment choice. And Bernie Sanders, he kind of petered out, didn't he? At the beginning, it seemed like, wow, we're going to have this great debate between this liberal and this middle of the road Democrat. It's going to be great. Like maybe Bernie Sanders is going to pull her to the left. Yeah, for a while. And then for the general election, back to the center again, just like her husband, just like Obama. It's like the Democrats run these centrists. Like you can run as a Democrat, but to win the White House, you got to go middle of the road. Republicans, they go ultra conservative with it, right? Or in this case, like this year, they go ultra crazy with it, with Donald Trump. By the way, Donald Trump will not be in attendance next week in Cincinnati at the NAACP National Convention. He will not be there, okay? Nate Ivey, live, local, and vocal. This is the Nathan Ivey Show.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Ready, go!
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better, and kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
Now back to the show.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Currently 7:25 a.m. in the Queen City. My name is Nathan. I live in Cincinnati. Welcome back. Police officers in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, allegedly saw the butt of a gun in Alton Sterling's pocket. And they're claiming that they saw him try to reach for the weapon during the altercation that led to his shooting death just last week. And this is now according to an affidavit for a search warrant that was filed in the case. Blaine Salamoni, a 4-year veteran of the Baton Rouge, Louisiana Police Department, and Howie Lake II, a 3-year veteran, so 7 years between them. Both white men were placed on administrative leave after their fatal shooting of Sterling, a black man, outside a convenience store back on July 5th. And, of course, parts of that altercation, that interaction was caught on cell phone video, and it's been on every major website in the world, probably in the entire world, right, in the galaxy. If they're getting the internet on the moon, inside the dark side of the moon, they're talking about what happened to Alton as well. Very, very sad. And here we go. So why is it that prosecutors can't find out a way to beat that? Essentially, what they're going to claim is that while they were going back and forth, he's on his back, the butt of the gun comes out. His hand probably went to the gun. Now, there's a big difference from him trying to get a gun and him trying to fire the gun at you. We can only speculate. But if in fact that's what happened, aren't these officers just going to walk? Aren't they just going to walk, folks? It's like the game has been set, right? The deck has been set, right? The game is rigged. The officers say in this affidavit that they told Sterling to put his hands on the hood of the car. See, that's a part of this. That's a very crucial part of it. He was told what to do, and he didn't do it. People like Rudy Giuliani, and he's got advice for black parents this morning. He's telling black parents that black parents should tell their children to respect police officers. And as a black parent, I'd like to tell Rudy Giuliani to kiss my ass. That's what I would tell Rudy Giuliani. I don't need you to tell me how to parent. And as a white male who's 1,000 miles from my reality, probably more than that, he has no idea what it's like to be me, right? To walk a mile in my shoes. How dare he? And if only it was that simple. If only if it was as simple as Rudy Giuliani says for black parents to tell their kids to have more respect for police officers. I tell my children, I've taught my daughter to have respect for her teachers. I've told my daughter to have respect for, like, if she's in a summer camp or if she's dealing with whomever, and that includes police officers. But I've also taught my daughter that there's some people that have a problem with you because of your skin color. And I've also told my daughter that when you're right, you don't necessarily have to back down. Be smart about the situation, but you don't have to back down. You don't have to accept what somebody else says, and you know they're wrong, period. This blind allegiance to authority. So Giuliani is telling black people that we should tell our kids to have some blind allegiance or respect for authority, even when that authority doesn't respect you. And I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know. You tell me. But enough of that. Let me go to my favorite part of the show, very deep in the show. My apologies. So much to talk about. But let me say what's up to Ed. What up, Ed? First in the chat. Good to see you, sir. And Tiffany Sissoko, how you doing? Good morning. And what's up, B? Brian Grooms. Good to see you, man. 1, 2, and 3 inside the chat room this morning. Glad to have you. And Jane, good to see you as well. Good morning to you, Daryl. Hey, what's up, Tracy? What's up, Derek? What's up, Pat? Pat writes, good morning. Good morning, Angela. Good to see you, Miss D. She says, no sound from the Spreaker app. I will look into it during the next break. Absolutely. Derek writes, driving into work, can't think of a better place to be than with Team NI and the Chop Shop. Thank you for that, Derek. Derek, that might even be a promo. Thank you very much. Kelly writes, good morning, Nathan. How do you feel about numerous things? Do you feel as if, and again, we've gone down this road so many times, I feel as if, even though it's very, very early, I feel as if I'm justified, and maybe we've got enough experience that you can answer this question, right, intelligently. But do you think these officers down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, are going to walk? I mean, listen, Alton Sterling did have a gun. That's number one. Number two, he was struggling a little bit, if you want to call that a struggle, on the cell phone video. And we all understand that if an officer says that I feel like my life is in danger, then there have been many, many prosecutors who have either failed to bring charges or they bring the weakest case possible to the grand jury, knowing that the grand jury is going to choose to not follow through with charges. Okay. Or they are charged, they go to trial and they walk, either because it's a judge or a jury. I mean, we've seen it all. And the key element in all of that is officers who claim that their lives are in danger. How do you get over that? How do you beat that in court? I don't know if it's possible. Speaking of court, and I've made this point many, many times, and this is very, very relevant. This is not just an issue for law enforcement. Of course, law enforcement needs to have some reforms. We all know that. But we need to reform the relationship between law enforcement and the prosecutor's office or the district attorney's office that has purview, okay, on that particular area. That relationship is too close. It's too close. And one of the prosecutors down in Louisiana had to recuse himself because he's got some family relations with one of the officers involved in the shooting of Mr. Sterling. Recused himself, said, listen, we're just too close, okay? I'm not going to be able to properly do my job. That goes back to what I've told you. You've got these very real human relationships. It's very, very, it's not unusual, put it that way, for people to form personal relationships with people that they work with. Is very, very common. I think it's probably common when you're like law enforcement as well. They probably have these events, where you see a lot of folks who work on that side of the law. They come together. They probably drink and laugh together. They work side by side. I mean, hell, prosecutors win cases that police officers help them build. If you're a police officer and you're trying to get this human trash off the street, when you present your case to the prosecutor, you want them to hit a home run, conviction. So there's a relationship there. And I don't know how you sever those bonds in a way that's equitable and fair, but there needs to be a full investigation. Something needs to be done. Maybe it comes back on the voters. I don't know. I'm reading that within the state of Ohio, there's a lot of things going on, okay? But I want to make sure I tell you this because it ties into what we've been talking about this morning. Okay, so even as racial tensions are mounting and there's more and more of a focus on it, there was a new study done that revealed that, and we're talking about here in Ohio, it's revealed that county prosecutors in all of Ohio's 88 counties are white, and just 12 of them are women. Think about that. And that mirrors national trends. Nationally, about 95% of county prosecutors in America are white and 80% are male. Could that be a part of the problem? Okay, we're focusing just on the police, but smart, intelligent people like us, we know it's not just the police department that needs reform. It's the police, it's the county courthouse as well. We know that. And check out what's happening in Hamilton County. Check out what's happening in other counties within the state of